ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Latanya Walker.
Chairman Klein, members of the committee, I wanted to speak previous to Mrs. Walker.
Okay.
The reason being is you have somebody here that's just actually...
Introduce yourself.
Okay, I apologize. Herb Lux. I'm with the American Patriots Committee here in Virginia. It's a PAC. And I've gotten to know Mrs. Walker. She happened to have this happen to her own daughter under some diverse circumstances that's appalling. And believe me when I tell you, this here is barbaric. When it comes to officers of the law, I'll say this. They use more than regular discretion. What I've seen, and this is sad, what took place here with this young lady, I couldn't imagine it taking place in our society.
Just let her.
I will. But what I'm saying is, I heard you say about the officers and the idea of they're making a decision out of discretion. We have going on here in the Commonwealth officers totally abusing their discretion. No time do I see now, like officers were years ago when I was growing up, where they exercise that discretion to help citizens. I see right now, it's more like a military presence, and it's when they say something, if you don't jump, you're history. They're supposed to be an extension of us, we as citizens. That's the purpose. We are supposed to be the one in charge. They're supposed to be serving us.
They're supposed to be protecting us.
And serving us, that's correct. But I've seen them go on the bounds. So the bill, I don't think it's plenty of options for the law enforcement to do whatever they need to do to restrain somebody. They will make sure they have the knowledge. Whether somebody gets arrested today, believe me, they will know and find out whether that person is a flight risk or not, because they'll have a history or not have a history. This young lady, the only thing she ever had was a petty larceny. And I'll let you, the mother, tell you that story, because this is appalling.
Again, good morning. My name is Latanya Walker. My daughter's name is Tiara Fain. She was 22 at the time. Her offense occurred in 2008. She wasn't charged until 2010. It was the end of 2008, and she wasn't indicted until January of 2010.
What was she indicted for?
She was indicted for false information to a police officer. She gave a false name during a traffic violation, which was a parking in a no parking zone. She was given 3 years in prison.
What's her criminal history like?
The petty larceny in 2008. That's it. She was given 2 years for the signing of a public document, which was the traffic ticket for parking in a no parking zone, and 12 months for false information to a police officer. April of 2010, my daughter went into labor. She was full-term, 40 weeks. She was in the Rappahannock Regional Jail in Stafford County, Virginia, and she was taken to Mary Washington Hospital. She was put into all 4-point restraints to deliver my 9-pound, 10-ounce grandson with the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. The nurses and the doctor told the guard to remove the restraints, and the guard said no. That his commanding officers told him that he was to leave them on. My grandson is 22 months old now, and my daughter is still devastated to this day. She will never get past this. None of us will. And there's nowhere she could have gone at 40 weeks pregnant carrying an almost 10-pound baby. There's never any history of violence in the Rappahannock. Before the Rappahannock, it was that guard's discretion that they allowed him to use, even against the nurse and the doctor's recommendation to remove him. That's it.
All right. Thank you for being here, sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yes.